Alright guys, so today I'm going to be fixing the door to one door instead of the French swinging doors. I'm just going to weld them together with a couple of metal plates and put our doorknob on. That way we can continue with the cabinets, because there's a little thing that's in the way from hanging the cabinets. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm by myself, so sorry if the storytelling and camera placement and movement's kind of off. I want to get this done and not spend so much time talking to the camera. So that's what we're doing today. Let's get busy. So right now the doors swing independently from each other like that, and there is a bar that connects them here. Well, if you look right here, there's this little bracket that sticks into the studs. In order to hang this next cabinet up, I gotta cut this off, so I'm gonna do that. Alright, so I got those halfway and done. I gotta go underneath the bus and get the ones that are at the bottom. That way, when I take these out, they don't fall over. So I crawled underneath the bus, and there weren't any bolts from the bottom, so it leads me to believe it's just sitting on top of the on top of the hinge. So I'm gonna take this one the rest of the way out and see if I can lean it that way a little bit and then pick it up. Alright, so for one side, it still won't come out. So I can either cut the top off right here, or I can cut the bottom off. I'm gonna cut the bottom off just because it's outside, and then slide the bottom out, take the door out. I may not even be able to do it on this side, because this is gonna be the side that stays intact to hinge. So guess I'm gonna try to figure this out too. Alright, so we're under the bus, and I think possibly if I remove these two bolts right here, there's two bolts on each side, this whole front might come off. I'm not positive about that, but it'll at least expose something more for me to, see what I'm working with. So I'm gonna try to take those out and then go from there, see if I can remove the door. Alright, so I managed to get those bolts out, and this door should come off now, so I'm going to set this up in the tripod, and I'm going to see if I can pull this door off. You can see I got both my doors off now. Lesson learned, undo all the fasteners and see if they come off before you just start taking an anal grinder to things. But I'm gonna put these on the table and weld them up. so I've cut them up where they'll fit together nicely now. I cut all the extra metal off that didn't need to be on there. I got some flat stock from my local metal yard. I ended up getting the 5" by 1/8" flat stock, and then 2" by 1/8" flat stock. So that should be enough to go across the door this way and then down the seams perfectly. So I'm gonna cut those to length and weld them up. So what I'm doing is, it may seem kind of odd, but I'm just getting some claws and putting them over the glass, and then getting them wet that way, so hopefully any of the flux and stuff that comes off the welder won't break the glass. I'm gonna try to just weld the top side and see if it's sturdy enough, and then if it is, I'm not even gonna go near the glass. So I'm gonna try that first. Also, I'm not really sure if the arc from the welder will damage my lens or the sensor of this camera, so I've seen other people do it, but I'm not willing to take the risk on my camera. So if you want to see how to weld, go watch another tutorial on YouTube. I'm just going to weld these up off camera. Okay, so I got the cross members welded up. I haven't done the seams yet because I have to rip some metal for that, but it's pretty sturdy how it is. I think the majority of the rest of the pieces are going to be for aesthetic purposes. Here's what we're looking at right now before paint and, you know, the finishing touches. But all I did was put cross braces across the seams that were already there, and then I put 2 stretchers down the middle to cover up the seam. I think it looks pretty good. I think it'll look better when it's painted. I forgot to record this part, but I'm just masking off the glass for because I'm gonna spray paint this. So I'm just masking off this glass, and then we're gonna spray paint. All right, I'm not even gonna lie, guys. This door is probably all of 120 pounds, 130 pounds. It's a heavy door now. Got a lot of glass, a lot of metal. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and paint it, and then we're gonna hang it. Alright, I did 2 coats of paint, peeled the tape off, and it's ready to hang now. The trouble is going to be from getting it to this table, back over there and hanging it up. I can carry it, but it's going to be a lot of finagling to get it mounted where it needs to go. So, enjoy the show. Sucker ain't no joke. Smashed my finger and my hand and foot. God, that hurt. Sucker is heavy. So Hannah came and helped me hang the door after I smashed my finger and my foot. Well, she helped me hang the door. And we already cut the doorknob hole. I'm just cutting the hole for the plunger that goes in. So you haven't missed much.
A whole lot of cussing. That's what you missed. Ooh, a little messy.
It's not perfect, but who is?
Bad joke of the day. A little uneven, but you know, can't do nothing about that.
Be what it is, baby.
But door's looking pretty nice. I say so myself. Hopefully this goes smoothly, which I doubt it will.
Well, we could just wow.
Wow, look at that.
Like a glove.
It's like half an inch right there. It's just not quite, you know? We'll figure it out. Woohoo!
There she be, ladies and gentlemen.
So, we got the doorknob on and everything, ready to lock it, basically call it a day. The doorknob hits the weather stripping and the inside of the door. So.
I'm done with this crap, dude. This is what you call DIY to the max. Like you can see, look at that. You can see it.
I don't care. I love it.
Box.
It sure does. Even though you can see all the components. I don't care. I seriously don't. Spray paint black.
Yeah, I'll paint that probably, but.
Locks. Does it unlock? You can see where we had to cut a piece out because the little doorknob was hitting it, so.
Can you say DIY?
Yep. Yeah. That's how best goes. So.
Redneck ingenuity.
I think it looks great.
Alright, now it's time to pick up.
Whee!
Your turn.
Okay.
Well, after many cuss words and smashed fingers and broken toes and rolling around in the dirt, we finally got the door hung up today.
You did that.
Well, kind of. Now we don't have to worry about water and stuff coming in through the bottom of the doorway and stuff like that. And while we're building it, we don't have to keep crawling through the emergency exit door. So we can just open the door and walk in. So
convenient.
Yeah, it'll be really convenient through the rest of the build process. So
if you like this video, give us a like and subscribe, and we'll be back for more.